Good day, everybody. Rob here with WesternPacificWeather.com. Here in downtown Yokohama right now, I actually have one of the largest Ferris wheels in the country behind me here in downtown. Here in Queens Harbor, actually, plenty of shopping here as well, and basically life here in Japan after the tsunami, which took place over 6 weeks ago now, going on as normal right now. So really good news there. Also off to my left here, the tallest building in all of Japan, the Plymouth building off towards the left here. It's actually here in Yokohama, not in Tokyo, as many people would expect. So kind of want to mention that as well. But that's here right now. Beautiful day here on the Kanto Plain. But looking at your weather across the Western Pacific today, we continue to watch this Invest 93W here. South of Guam, we continue to watch it track off towards the west with these easterlies here. And actually, if we look at one of the monos, specifically no gaps, it develops this up in the next coming days. Showing here on the 6th with a very weak circulation here north of Palau and east of the Philippines. Now, this is a little back off from what the mono was showing this morning for the 18Z1 run, actually. It had it really tightly developed here just east of Visayas at the same exact time as 06Z on the 6th. So good news is that it's backing off, but bad news is I still believe the potential for some light development in this region is kind of high in the coming days, especially on the 5th into the 6th. And now I say light development. I don't think I expect anything greater than a weak tropical storm, given the fact that there is a high wind shear here east of the Philippines. Now, farther towards the south, there is about 5 to 10 knots of shear where the system currently is, but it needs to make it farther north than 10 degrees north before you really get any cyclonic development due to a lack of Coriolis force, as we were stating yesterday. But really the prime spot is just east of Visayas and east of Mindanao here for some slight development, as sea surface temperatures are kind of high in that region, around 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and also that wind shear is a little bit standoffish, and you would start to get that Coriolis force. But once it starts to move north there, it's going to run into cooler sea surface temperatures, really going to get shredded up by the shear, so we could see an extratropical type system moving off towards the northeast, towards Guam after that. But here onto the 6th and the 7th though, or excuse me, the 5th and the 6th, I would expect to see some very light development of some sort of cyclonic circulation in that region. But as of right now, this invest does remain very disorganized here, showing the microwave imagery, just a cluster of storms out in this region. But moving north over Korea and Japan today, now this is a little bit topic I don't talk about too often, is the dust down here coming out of the Gobi Desert. Across much of Korea and Japan today, actually seeing a high amount of dust, and kind of seeing this out here, but it's really faint and not too strong. But overall though, this dust is moving across Korea and Japan today. And you can really faintly see it here on the visible satellite imagery. Actually, if you look at right here across much of North Korea, moving over the Sea of Japan, and kind of this wavy pattern right in this region, and also on the lee side of the Alps right in here, you do see kind of this wavy, that's due to the turbulence coming over the Japanese Alps, but it is showing that this dust is moving across the region. And from JMA here, actually see the prediction. For today into tomorrow, it's going to drift a little bit farther towards the south per JMA here, but just want to note it. Now, as far as this affecting anybody, if you do have a hard time breathing, it could influence that. But otherwise, though, still continues to be a beautiful day out here. It's nothing that would reduce visibility significantly, but it could knock the viz down to about 5 to 6 nautical miles. As shown on this KMA analysis, all these spots in red, no, these are not thunderstorms. These are actually dust. If you look a little bit closer here, you see a little S there. That's kind of standing for the dust or sand moving across this region. So just want to note that as well. Now moving south to our friends over in New Zealand here, you're seeing this little spin-off here just west of New Zealand. Well, this is basically a cutoff low, if we actually kind of scroll down here. It was originally attached to a triple point low up here just south of the South Island here, and this whole extending cold front all the way from basically northeast New Caledonia and Fiji, seeing some precipitation off this cold front today, and extending all the way down here. So a mass amount of precip here. This we were actually watching this a few days ago. It was up here in the Coral Sea, kind of drifted off towards the southeast, and then really this low kind of got cut off. Now the significance of this is going to continue to spin out here. It is cold core in nature, I do want to note that, but it is vertical, so it's not a tropical to say the least, but it's a vertical cold core low that's kind of just spinning off here, cut off from the main jet farther towards the south. And as long as that continues to spin, we're going to continue to see precip getting pumped on shore here on Auckland and much of western New Zealand, and even the east side here as it comes off from the northeast. So just want to notice that, and also in the coming days expecting this to continue to move here till the next trough comes in here by later on in the week to pick this off and drift it off towards the southeast. So just noting that as well, and continue to see precip across much of New Zealand today. That's all for today, everybody. Thanks again for watching WesternPacificWeather.com. If you want to check out my channel here on YouTube, just click on the top right here. You can subscribe to this channel. And also EarthquakeReport.com, another channel I do for earthquakes out here in this region, down here in the bottom right. So that's all for right now. Thanks again for watching, and I'm going to continue to appreciate this beautiful day out here in Yokohama. So see you guys later. Bye. Snoopy Land is the coolest place ever. Snoopy stuff. Then there's Hello Kitty Land, which just scares me. That's why I'm outside.